My name is Steve Pham. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. The purpose of this presentation is to convince the audience that motorcycle rider can ride and lane split safely on public streets and freeway. Furthermore, legalizing lane splitting across the United States will promote awareness, reduce fatality, encourage people to switch to motorcycle, and many other benefits. This presentation will cover motorcycle misconception, safety and strategy, reason drivers are switching over to motorcycles, and the benefits for legalizing lane splitting. For many of us, we were taught and raised thinking that motorcycles are dangerous. Furthermore, we were raised thinking people who ride motorcycle are gang member, lawbreakers, uneducated people, bad influencer people, and so on. These misconceptions are commonly depicted and portrayed in movies, news reports, and medias. Motorcycle misconceptions are commonly portrayed in movies. For example, the movie Wild Hog portrayed a group of motorcycle gang members as crazy troublemakers. Here, they are playing piñata with one of their enemies. This movie is hilarious. Nonetheless, the attributes of bikers are very clear. They are lawbreaker, they are very bad people. After watching such movies, teenagers and children will subconsciously carry these attributes into their daily lives. News and media are no different. In general, news tend to be biased on almost everything, especially on motorcycle. Hardly will you ever find anything good about motorcycles on the news. The same can be applied to Google service. Here is one misconception that everyone has experienced: motorcycle queue jumping. Many people consider this as unfair because motorcycles don't tend to wait like everyone else in traffic. This is unfair because we were taught by our parents and teachers from elementary school to stand in line and wait for our turn while performing daily activities such as getting on the bus to picking up food during lunch. I used to feel the same way too, until 2 years ago. I realized it was not all about that, not at all. There are simple and logical reasons. First, motorcycles are very light and extremely vulnerable. If a motorcycle gets rear-ended by a car or front-end the car ahead of it, the severity is usually fatal to deadly. Secondly, the motorcycle are designed to be cool, to be air cool, meaning that if they stand still, their engine will quickly overheat. The bottom line is, motorcycles are by design different than cars. Similar to bicycle riders and pedestrians on the sidewalk, they do not increase traffic either. In fact, they actually help reduce traffic altogether. On the next couple of slides, we will compare the safety features found in automobile versus motorcycle and the safety riding strategy used by motorcycle riders. Unlike cars, motorcycles do not have any of these features commonly found in automobiles, such as front and rear bumper, multiple crumple zone, engine block drop, anti-lock brake system, collapsible steering wheel, safety glasses, passenger safety cell, multiple airbags, side impact bars, seat belts. Only a few motorcycles have ABS features. Most motorcycles have loud exhaust pipe and headlights that are always on to help inform others of their presence. Riders have to rely heavily on their ability to ride safely using safety strategies and common sense. Here are a few of the many strategies taught by the Motorcycle Safety Foundation on the basic rider course. And number 1, wear helmet and safety gear. motorcycle riders wears them every time, preparing for the unexpected. Number 2, always be on alert for hazards. Motorcycle safety strategy taught the motorcycle rider to use their C strategy, which is search, evaluate, and execute. The riders are constantly searching their surrounding for hazards or potential hazards, evaluate their risk, determine any actions needed, and also apply their basic, their motorcycle skills and their motorcycle capabilities. Execute them to avoid any hazards. Here's another one. Ride as if the bikers are invisible to others. Motorcycles tend to avoid other drivers' blind spot, and their action is either to pass them or to stay behind them. And while they are in a blind spot, they are prepared to take evasive action. Don't drink and drive. Stay sober. Stay calm and focused. Motorcycle experience is very different than automobile, so it is very important to keep their mind relaxed, clear. Don't hold any grudge on any of their previous incidents, such as the pickup truck that cut him off. The goal is to stay focused on the road ahead and to meet any newer challenges. Avoid distractions. Pretty sure this doesn't happen, but motorcycles do not have any room for storing cell phones, GPS, DVD, iPads, and iPhones. None of those devices would be accessible to them. People are switching to motorcycle for many reasons: to lower their commuting costs, reduce gasoline consumption, hence reduce emission, to reduce commuting time, or simply to enhance their lifestyles. According to Governor's Highway Safety Association in 2012, they identify a strong relationship between the increased number of motorcycle registrations and increased gasoline prices. According to 2012 to 2002, the number of registration has spiked up nearly double. So at the cost of living, as the cost of living rise and the global warming awareness increase, someone family, friends, neighbor, co-worker, churchgoer might be thinking the same. Even if you do not know of any motorcycle rider, you can still benefit from them because there are lesser traffic on the street. At the same time, reducing the gasoline consumption will reduce emission, therefore lowering the effects of global warming. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the transportation sector in the United States is the second largest contribution to the greenhouse emission. Furthermore, United States is the leading consumption on natural gas with an annual usage of 689.9 billion cubic meter, which is 35% of the whole world. A recent research that I found in gizmag.com had found that traffic and emission can be decreased by 40% if only 10% of automobile drivers were to switch to motorcycle. According to an article from newgeographic.com, 93.9% of commuters are single occupant. This is the reason why there are so much environmental problem. every one of us should play our part to help help preserve our world. From my experience, I sold my SUV and switched over to motorcycle about 2 years ago because I wanted to find a way to reduce the commuting cost, maintain a 9-to-5 job, and still have time with my families and college study. Since then, I had reduced my commuting time from 4 hours down to 2 hours a day, lower my gasoline consumption from 10 gallons down to 2 gallons a week, and at the same time split my auto insurance in half. Lane splitting is widely used and acceptable in many countries and also in the state of California. Legalizing lane splitting also will help promote motorcycle awareness, reduce fatality, encourage people to switch, and reduce gasoline consumption and reduce emission. Motorcycles are the predominant choice for commuter in many countries, so lane splitting is very common and widely acceptable. Lane splitting is acceptable and allowable if done so safely in the state of California. The California Highway Patrol provided some general guidelines to help both drivers and riders understand how to lane split. Number 1, lane split no more than 10 miles per hour faster than other traffics. Number 2, lane split under 30 miles per hour. Number 3, split between lane number 1 and number 2. Number 4, consider the total environment. And number 5, be alert. Legalizing lane splitting will help promote motorcycle awareness. Everyone will benefit. As a society adapt to the presence of motorcycles, new markets will evolve to build motorcycle detector devices to alert drivers of the presence of any nearby motorcyclists, which reduce the overall motorcycle accidents and fatality. New markets will help strengthen our economy and create more job opportunity. Legalizing lane splitting will help encourage people to go green simply by switching to a more fuel efficient and low cost of motorcycle. There are many bikers out there on the road. Some of them may be gang members, and some of them are doctors, lawyers, managers, software engineer, hardware engineer. They have families and friends just like everybody else. So they are very concerned about their safety and for others. They were once, your fellow automobile drivers. They could be someone in your family, friends, neighbor, co-workers, or churchgoer. They switch to motorcycle to help reduce the gasoline consumption, commuting time, to reduce emission, that helps protect our world. More importantly, they could be you making the switch. Let's come together and legalize lane splitting to help make America a better place for everyone. Thank you. It is very important to know that it is our job to keep the public streets as safe as possible. This means we must put on our thinking hats, be alert, and stay focused on the road while grabbing the steering wheels or handlebars. Accidents are prone to happen. The law will intervene to protect the innocent, punish the guilty, and prevent future incidents from occurring. But if an accident should ever happen to you or someone dear to you, and God forbid it, every one of us deserve to walk away with our lives. Every one of us deserve a second chance to learn from our mistakes or the mistakes made by others. Please be safe and share the road with others. It has been an honor and privilege to share this information with you. Thank you very much for your time.